A man must hustle. Is somebody hearing me? A man must hustle. Then you now go to the Bible. The Bible now tell you the man that is hustling. He said, consider them as weaker sex. As 1 + 1 is 1. You are the one providing, and they're the one doing the strong head. He said, consider them. Still consider them. We were here this morning, and the last part of the program made everyone laughing. To an extent, some of us here, tears were coming out from your eyes when you were laughing. That also to the mothers. I have received calls. I have done counselings, both home and abroad. And I have found few things that I want to share with you here. In so many occasions, so many times, your husbands want to misbehave like this. But each time he starts, just to make you happy, you turn it to a problem. Women, are you there? Most of you are not relaxed to allow your husbands misbehave. Mothers, your husbands are permitted to misbehave if you can allow the misbehavior for a longer time. If I will pick up 1 or 2 men here, they will tell you that the reason why I don't go close to my wife is I discover that each time I go close and normal play, in the next 2-3 hours, or some women may not even stay to that 3 hours. 30 minutes is too much. They will change it for the man. Men, am I talking? You will discover that you get close to your wife to misbehave. Your husband may be the leader, the great man outside who doesn't talk. He's a big boy outside. But when he comes inside, he's free to misbehave. What do I mean by misbehaving? To crack some joke. You're not supposed to be looking at your husband with the eyes you saw him. Maybe he's a preacher on the altar or he's a businessman that people are respecting. Saying anyone is Zuzu. Look at how you're misbehaving. When you permit your husband to misbehave like this, you laugh and the marriage will be more sweeter. Is somebody hearing me? That is what we call a porcupine. It's you can find it in the book of Isaiah chapter 34 from verse 11. It's not a good animal. There are some, naturally, you see them, when you say you're just a porcupine. You're just a porcupine. It means that outwardly, you look friendly. You look cute. So beautiful. Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen some women who look very beautiful? They smile. In fact, their smile is when you see them, but if you come closer, you hear me. And the moment you become a porcupine to your husband, one thing is inevitable. He will start running away from you. In those days, we used to call it idiot. Those animals we call idiot. And that's what they call porcupine. They have a chuk tongues. You cannot see a porcupine, you can't grab it. So don't allow yourself to become a porcupine to your husband. You can't play with a porcupine. You will enjoy yourself. You can see him looking cute with all the beautiful arrows that Almighty puts for his defense. But if you're near him, if you're near that little thing, how many of us have watched in the commentaries where you see a lion, deer, porcupine? You see that lion somewhere. If it's possible, the lion will be crying with all the tongues all over, all the arrows all over the mouth and all over the throat. This is what happened to some men. Each time they try to go close to their wives, just to crack joke, to laugh as a man. 1 + 1 is 1. They come back with a broken heart. They go back to their bed with broken hearts. Mothers, are you hearing me? Don't be a porcupine to your husbands. I did counseling last week, 2 weeks ago, almost every day since this week. One thing men keep on telling me, those of them that have those wives that look like a porcupine. It will interest you to know that every woman that knows they are right does not stay in her husband's house. If you know you're right, go to your father's house. I know my right. Your right is not here. And the right you know is not the correct right. Knowing your right is knowing the right thing to do, not the right to watch in Bollywood movie or Nigerian movie or in Hollywood. In those days, it were not so. It was not so. It was when we begin to watch all these Nigerian movies that women begin to change in Africa, in Nigeria especially. They will copy from Nigerian movie and come and play to your husband. Maybe part 1, part 2 has ended. The woman will continue with part 3, part 4, part 5 with her husband. I have heard some men who told me, man of God, please, I don't want to live with my wife again. And I tried to encourage them. Why? In the little research I have done, women who always show their husband the muscles of as if the two of you are dragging the house, at the end of the day, you may be so beautiful with every beautiful shape, but your husband will be seeing you like a man, like him. A man was telling me yesterday from abroad, the wife is so beautiful, she have every shape a woman will have. He said, Pastor, I won't lie to you. Each time I see my wife, I look at her like a man, like me. He said, for the past 2 years, I haven't touched my wife because I'm seeing a man. You may be beautiful if you discover your husband is running away from you. Sisters, mamas, you have made yourself to be equal to him. The two of you are dragging. I don't know where some women like to drag in a home with a red eye from a man. The moment when that starts, the man sees you, the mother or the wife, no longer the baby he toasted and married. He now sees you like you are a man. Nothing in your body will move him. From head to toe, he looks at you and you are wondering. And that is why some women have said that their husbands are impotent. He's not only impotent. He doesn't have any quick anything. Let him go outside and you'll see. So I'm encouraging mothers. Don't be a porcupine to your husband. Allow your husband, like we have this playlet here. I laugh until tears were dropping in my eyes. Not because I wanted to have those tears, but the short drama presented here was so powerful and so touching. At times, men, for the joy they have for their wife, you will see them cracking joke over talking. And you now hear the same woman will tell you, talk too much. But this man doesn't talk too much outside. But with you, he can misbehave and talk too much. He can repeat what he has told you yesterday, on Monday, and Saturday, and Friday. He can repeat it today. Don't tell him, you have already told me now. Because this is his wife. He finds joy in talking to you. So he can repeat whatever. He can repeat. You can pretend like you have not heard it before. And adjust yourself and receive it fresh. Amen. Amen. But some women will not even allow him land. They say, you have told me this thing before now. Not with a good face. So if you see the face, you will run. So my advice to women, at times, give your husband the space. Go and ask your husband. Most men like to misbehave and play like children where their wife is. And most women have shook them like porcupines. Say, what kind of rubbish is this now? Some even have the words in their mouth and not in the mood. And listen, women who are not always in the mood are not supposed to go and marry. Because marriage is for the mood people who are always in the mood. Amen. Why will you be in the mood? If you were not in the mood in the first place, he would have not married you. But after marriage, you now know that your mood can swing to the left and swing to the right. If he noticed that when he wanted to marry you, he would have think it twice. So if you know that your mood is off and on, you switch here, switch here. You should go and call an electrician to adjust it and make it permanent. Amen. If you have a catalyst that adjusts it up and adjusts it down. But I want to tell some of you also, some of you women here don't know what is your actual problem. Check yourself. If you are using too much of perfume and you always have your mood swing, check. It may be the cause of your problem. Am I talking to somebody here? If you're always using too much perfume, perfume can trigger women. I just made a little study and I discovered that perfume triggers some women to have mood swing. So a lot of things trigger women to have mood swing. Some smell, just ordinary smell. Then some people stress. And if you're a man, you discover that your wife, after doing some tedious job, she will start nagging. Please, if she want to do, tell her, don't worry. Get another person to do it for you. There are some women, you will see they will be involved maybe in a heavy cooking. When they cook that food finish, most of them don't eat the food. Before the food before the food will get done, they're already hungry. Am I right, women? You will discover that the same woman who cooked the food doesn't have appetite for the food. Not that she doesn't want to eat, she's very angry. Mama, let me tell you what is happening to you. Each time you are stressed like that, you are angry. Your mood will swing. So if you discover this is your problem, either you work on it or you stay away. It's how you begin to practice how to stay away or how to work on your mood swing. Mamas, are you hearing me? Because I say to you, women who know they are right, they are not always in their husband's household. What is the problem? Always trying to drag position with a man. I always advise women, if you know that you will come inside the life of a man and be dragging position with him, why not stay in your father's house? Please, allow your husbands to be the man of the house. We have widows program everywhere. Before you move from here to there, that bus stop, you have plenty widows program. Why? Men who have died as a result of their problem from home. Most men who died didn't die because of they were sick. I know a man who died because when he was just little sick, the wife was at the back and saying, just after 3 days, he said, me, I'm tired though. Me, I'm tired of all this thing. Just 3 days in the hospital. Me, I'm tired though. Me, I'm just tired of all this thing here. If you want to die, you die. Let me rest. The man looked at her and shake his head. And the man said, call me Pastor Simeon David. She refused. Call me Simeon. She refused. The man shook and shook because she collected the phone and put it in her pocket. The man died. Now she's a widow. So if you call widows program, I think she will go. Yeah. It's not every widow that is really a widow. There are widows who on purpose became widows. I know of a woman of God, prophetess, who looked at me and said that this is my husband, he must die, let me have my peace. And when I came there, I saw the man with injuries on his leg. She just wanted to be a widow. And the husband died. And she became a widow so that she can be free. So if a woman knows that going into a life of a man, she wants to go and become a widow, please don't go. For the sake of your beautiful children, because I have seen that women, it's not possible for women to take care of children really good. You need a man. No matter how that man is. Remember, you loved him before you marry him. Except if you marry him for wayo, you would have tell him, nah, I marry you for wayo. There was scarcity of men, so I have to adjust and just carry you, make you be say at the move. But if you know you married that your man real, please, no matter how he is, respect him. Things are no longer easy the way it used to be. Men are going through hell. So let your husbands go only through hell. Maybe in trying to provide for the family, not when he come back home again. The hellfire increases. So when you go through all the stress, when he come back home, let him see somebody that can make him laugh. So I beg every woman, please, let this generation of your husbands will not die before their time. And you will not be a widow. So from today, if I drop this mic, please, I beg you. There is nothing you will gain from dragging anything from your husband. Even if you're the one providing, God give you the grace, because some men are not hustlers. And maybe God grace you. But you check it. In many families, God has blessed it like that. You will see if a woman is a hustler, you will discover the man is somehow lazy or weak. God bless him and brought you. Are you hearing me? It is difficult to see where a man is a hustler and the woman is a hustler. Mostly you see either the man is a hustler and the wife is enjoying the money, which is a normal thing that God has blessed women. But there are so many occasions also you will see where the woman is a hustler and the man is not really strong like the woman. Brother, sister, mama, do you know what? The place they train you and where you are coming from is different from your husband's training. That is why you think you are better than your husband. Your husband did not have the opportunity you have to be trained. So that is why you think you are more smart and more intelligent. You were not born as a smart person. Somebody put it in your head. Mamas, am I talking to somebody here? So that is why you feel like you're too much intelligent or smarter, or you have ideas than your husband. Somebody put it in your brain. So your husband, maybe he stayed in an environment that nobody thought him nothing. He only watched his father and mother, and that is all. So that's the difference between this man and the other man, this woman and the other woman. So we all live our life based on the environment where we are coming from. When you stay in an environment that is abusive and toxic, you won't know when you grow like that. That is why it's always good. Make a friend that does not do things that you don't want to do. If you don't want to gossip, don't go with a gossip friend. If you don't live a life of, nobody even asked me why I didn't come to church, don't go with a friend who says that. If you don't want to live a life of nobody asks me, please avoid that kind of friend. Because you, when you were having a problem, did anybody ask you? Did you come and cry? But you know somebody can put you to start talking like that. So whatever you don't like in your life, when you see anyone who mention it, run. For the sake of the safety of your character, be on your feet.